Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. This reading is a quick peek into the collective energy to see what's coming up for you and your person of interest. As always, this is a general love reading for the collective. Not all of the messages that come through in this reading may apply to everyone watching today. So please only take in from this reading what speaks to your soul and what resonates for you and your situation, and release the rest to the universe. The butterfly. This says evolving and growth, next phase, healing inner child, and releasing the past. Well, I feel that what this is telling us is that your person has been in the cocoon for quite some time. And in that cocoon, this is where the growth and transformation happens. And your person is getting ready to emerge from this cocoon and start coming back in your direction. Because what I'm hearing is your person wants to pursue you and pursue this relationship. Because they are evolving, growing, and changing. And they are getting ready for this next phase. The entire time they have been in this place of disconnect from you in this cocoon, they have been preparing for this next phase of your journey together. And you guys watching the reading, you have been doing that as well. You have been changing, transforming, and evolving as you prepare for this next phase with your person. This also says healing inner child. And if your person has a wounded inner child that they have not healed and they have been carrying around all of those wounds and that emotional baggage for the majority of their life, they do need to face that, address it, and heal it. And this is what needs to happen, and this is what has been happening during the time you've been away from each other. Because your person wants to release the past that has kept them stuck, the past that has been an interference in this connection between the two of you, because your person wants to return to you whole. They want to be ready for you in this relationship, and they weren't ready in the past because they had not healed these things or released these things that were holding them back from being the partner that you need them to be. But as your person comes out of this cocoon and starts making its way towards you, you're going to see a significant change in them because they will have worked through the things that have held them back from you and from this connection. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? What do we need to know? Love call. Well, I feel what this is about communication coming from your person. It says expressing love, messages of love, thinking of you. And I do feel your person has been thinking about you guys quite a bit, just like you've been thinking about them. You can't stop thinking about one another because that's how these connections work. You are constantly in each other's thoughts and in each other's mind, but also in each other's hearts as well. And your person knows it's time to reach out and start talking. They want to open these lines of communication between the two of you, because they are getting ready to emerge, transformed from that cocoon and fly back to you. And as your person returns to you, you will see how they have changed and how they are different, because they're no longer going to be holding on to the things that allowed them to stay in a victim mentality, perhaps. And if you have a wounded inner child, you can be in a victim mentality for quite some time. It is all about healing, growth, evolving, and transformation. Your person wants to explain all of this to you as well, why they hurt you in the past, why they weren't ready for this relationship, why they weren't ready for you. But they have been preparing for you and for union with you, which is exactly what you guys watching the reading have been doing as well. But I feel that this is telling us communication is coming from your person, and we'll get some more information on that when we get to the tarot portion of the reading. But don't think that just because they're silent that they have stopped thinking about you. It's just that they have been silent because they have been in that cocoon, ascending, learning and expansion, preparing for union, new phase. And what comes after the phase that you guys are in right now? You are in this preparing for union phase. You are in this separation phase, which I don't like to call it separation phase because it just sounds so negative, and it really is all about preparing for this next phase, which is the union phase that's coming for you and your person, because that is the point of these connections anyway. You meet, everything is great, things move along really quickly, you spend a lot of time together and everything is flowing beautifully, and you're talking and texting all night and spending wonderful, intimate, and passionate moments together. And then one of you slams on the brakes, and that is usually because of wounded things from the past, whether that is fears, insecurities, self-doubt, low self-esteem, lack of self-worth, a wounded inner child, old emotional baggage, whatever it is, one of the two people in these kind of connections will undoubtedly slam on the brakes, and that is what creates the disconnect. But as those brakes are slammed on, that is where the transformation begins, because we have an obligation to ourselves, to the universe, to God, to our angels, but also to this other person, that we will go through the transformation and change that is necessary for us to be the partner that we need to be for them, but also for ourselves. And your person has been learning quite a bit during the time that you have been away from each other, because I do feel it's been a difficult time for them. They've had to really look at some things within themselves that they have not wanted to look at for a very long time. But they need to do this because this is all about them getting ready to come out of this place where there has been this disconnect between you and start coming towards you, because your person is wanting to start pursuing you and pursuing this connection with you, because it is time for this next phase. It is time for the two of you to get to the place where you are really coming together and evolving and growing together as a couple. And that is such a much happier, more joyful part of this union and of this journey with each other than where it has been for each of you. But let's see what else we need to know. What else is coming through for this message today, please? Love, unconditional love, self-love and wholeness, affection and attraction, and selflessness. Well, your person does have feelings of love for you, and perhaps you guys did share that with each other when you were spending time together before. And if your person has not shared their feelings for you, that is part of this transformation emerging from the cocoon that is going to happen in this connection for you moving forward. This also says self-love and wholeness. And when you have these old wounds that you have been carrying around for so long, you don't feel worthy, you don't feel good enough, you don't feel lovable, you don't feel loved, or you feel that no one could possibly love you because of things that happened to you 10, 20, 30 years ago that you have been dragging around with you like an old ball and chain for so very long, it is going to create a lack of self-love and wholeness. That is why this part of the journey is so important. And although it is really hard for you guys to be in this place of separation, yes, I used the word, but it made sense for what I'm about to say. Even though it's difficult to be in this space and you long for your person, and they long for you as well, by the way, because they are thinking about you all the time. This part of the journey is so important, and it is necessary, because ultimately it is going to bring you closer together in the end. And as you come closer together, you will be able to have a much stronger relationship with this person than you have possibly ever dreamed, imagined, or even fantasized about, because your person is going to be ready for you and ready for this connection. Also, with this ability to love you unconditionally the way that you have always loved them. And when you receive unconditional love from the person that you love more than anyone or anything in the world, that creates a beautiful, magical, mesmerizing, enchanting, and transformative energy in your lives, knowing that the two of you will overcome anything and everything together as you stand side by side with each other. But as well, this is about your person being selfless, no longer being selfish. This is about your person doing what is necessary to come back in your direction and show you that they've changed and that they are willing to fight for you and for this connection. But we will use some tarot cards now and see what else is coming through for this message. These cards are bent, so I can't quite get them straight, but I think you guys can see them. And I'm sorry about the glare on that one card, guys, but it's a gloomy day today. And the lights are on. But let's see what else we need to know for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? What do we need to know about this person and this connection? Well, this is the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is about the beginning of love. It is about starting over, and it tells us your person does want to begin again with you. They want to wipe the slate clean and start fresh and start over and get rid of all of that negativity that transpired in this connection between the two of you in the past. That does not mean they want to sweep it under the rug and forget that it ever happened. It means that they want to come forward and explain everything to you so that you have your own understanding and your own sense of clarity about why things happened the ways that they did. Explaining to you that they were holding on to things from the past or that they had a wounded inner child. And when you reveal to someone that you have those things going on within you, that is an extreme case of being vulnerable, sharing things that you have held on to, that you have kept secret for so very long. And you will see this coming from your person because this is about them wanting to start over and begin again with you, with that Ace of Cups being present. Only this time, they will be able to love you unconditionally the way that you have always loved them. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? The Hangman. Well, your person has definitely had a shift in perspective, and they see things and they understand things because with the Hanging Man being here, they have had a major breakthrough and a big, huge shift in perspective. And they see things very differently now. They see and understand where their damage, where their old emotional wounds, where their wounded inner child perhaps has created a lot of problems in their life. And not just in this connection with the two of you, but in other areas of their lives as well. But the Hangman also tells us your person wants to hold on to you and they want to hold on to this relationship. They do not want to let you go. And the Hangman is also about this pause that is currently here between the two of you. But your person wants to start over and they want to start fresh. And this is about them coming back in your direction to represent themselves to you as a romantic partner with expressions of love and messages of love and talking to you and sharing with you and opening these lines of communication so you can start rebuilding this relationship. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? What does the collective need to know? Well, this is the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is all about, actually, I love that it came after the Hangman, because as I mentioned, the Hangman can be a pause, but the Eight of Wands is all about getting things out of this place where they have been stuck. The Eight of Wands is about your person coming towards you because it is all about getting this thing moving and grooving and out of this place where there's been no communication, no spending time together, no contact, out of this place of limbo and getting it moving and grooving to this place where you can start experiencing what it's like to rediscover each other and start rebuilding this relationship. The Eight of Wands is also about communication. Your person initiating this communication with you and reaching out to you to start closing the distance that's between you so the two of you can start spending time together and hanging out together, because that's obviously what needs to happen in order for this connection to get moving and grooving again. But as well, this Eight of Wands is about your person pursuing you and pursuing this relationship. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What does the collective need to hear about this person and this connection? Well, this is the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is all about starting over again. But it's also about the transformation that has happened within each of you during the time you've been away from each other. The Ace of Wands is a very powerful card of starting fresh and starting over, especially combined with this Ace of Cups. But the Ace of Wands is all about action and follow through as well, because the Ace of Wands tells us that your person is going to reach out and start following through to come towards you with communication, with expressions of love, with explanations, so that they can start spending time with you again, because they want to spend time with you. The Ace of Wands is as well a card that tells us that your person has gone through this transformation. It supports this butterfly card and this ascending card. Actually, it is about transcending. It is about overcoming blockages and obstacles. It is about the spiritual growth and awakening that is happening within your person, but also within you guys as well, you guys watching the reading. It tells us that your person has gone through or is going through this transformation and growth that they need to go through so that they can be ready for this next phase of this connection, of this relationship with you, so that you can start fresh and so that you can start over. And with you both being in this different place, the relationship itself is going to transform as well, because that will be the natural byproduct of both of you going through the transformation and evolution and growth that you've both been going through during the time you've been away from each other. That is why this part of this journey is so important, and it is a difficult part of the journey. And my heart goes out to all of you that are going through this, because when someone is running and when someone is ghosting, it is a really tough thing for us to deal with. And we can feel so much sadness and sorrow, and we feel abandoned because we don't know what the hell happened. Everything was fine, and then boom, they just disappear. But that is because they need to work on those things within themselves. And this affirms that that is what they have been doing, so that they can come back, so that they can be ready for the next phase of this journey with you. Because your person wants to have this fresh start, because they are getting ready to start reaching out to you and communicating and sharing their feelings with you, because this reading is all about your person wanting to pursue you and see if you're going to give them another chance to have this connection and get it to a better place than it ever was before. This is your reading for today, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all of you so very much. Blessings of peace, love, and light to all of you. Have a great day, guys.